Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Crying Suns. And in the last episode, guys, the Odysseus entered the space of House Akibara-Sung. And things are going okay, is probably the best word to describe it. We did find out some very interesting information on a pleasure planet, no less, that the leader of House Akibara-Sung, Tetsuo, made some significant investments betting that the Omnis would shut down, which basically increases our suspicion that he was behind it in the first place, to make a huge profit off of it. We were able to defeat the first of Tetsuo's lieutenants, but that's kind of where the good news ends, because we are not really equipped for the next lieutenant. We only have one officer who can contribute an ability toward the ship. What I should have done in that last episode, by the way, is assign Juliet to at least either the hull or weapons, primarily the hull, to put out fires. Now, she's a very good scientist and she helped us out a bit, but her main ability is the fact that she's famous and can be sold for more scrap than normal. So she's not really contributing to any of the ship abilities. We didn't have any weapons, but fortunately the boomer drones made up for it. But now, with our 493 scrap, we're going to go ahead and raid the border shop of fuel and one commando. And now we need to focus on what we're going to upgrade. The first thing that we need to do is bite the bullet and get ourselves at least one weapon dock. And let's go ahead and grab another piece of hull and 80. Let's do that, and that gives us 73. And then we will max out... Oh, we could get another weapon dock, but for right now, the only weapon that we have is a high energy beam to increase heat. I'm actually wanting to sell that as soon as possible, because I don't like using that as a weapon. With our 73 scrap, let's go for navigation scanner and to harden the hull once again. So we just need 35 to max out our navigation scanner so we can find the next Omniforge, continue our strategy there since we have 13 fuel. And everything else is going to go into the normal stuff. So already we're in a better position than we were. Let's look at the star map. Ew. Well, I don't like any of these things. I could go... Now, the Omniforge was right there. Normally, the Omniforge isn't in the same location in the next sector. So I am going to call my shot and say that the Forge is in the lower sectors. So let's head here first. It's probably the one up north. It's alright, though. We'll make it. Hey, saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. We need a hyperventilator 23 to make a generator go. Any chance you got one kicking around? I think we got some scrap around here to pay you with. Somewhere. Chief here, sir. Listening in. We don't have a 23 in our stock, but we could break a bird down and get it that way. Up to you. I have a feeling that if we tell them we're Admiral Idaho, it's not going to work. And unfortunately, all of our drones are scrapped. So we can't actually do it for them. Sorry, but we need to keep our squadrons intact. Yeah, right. I bet you're sitting on a pile of 23s. Oh yeah, tons of them. Let me tell you. Secret military base. Now, I'm going to hope that they have a lot of scrap, because at this mercenary outpost we may be able to find ourselves a good starship weapon to supplement the drones. Appears to be an Omnifactory planet, Admiral. What kind of a planet is this? As its name suggests, this is a planet where Omnis were once manufactured in enormous factories. Planets like this could be found in virtually every sector before the shutdown. Depending on the Omni quota established by Oberon, a certain number of Omnis would be produced in those factories and then shipped to their respective destinations. Of course, the distribution and production of positronic chips which as you know contained the Rubicon, was more closely guarded. And where were the chips made? The positronic chips were only produced in the Terminus cluster in the Telos Dominion. This was done by design to give Oberon more control over chip production and distribution. Essentially, if you wanted a positronic chip, the brain of an Omni, you had to travel to the Terminus to get it. This always irritated the other houses. Remind me about the quota, Caliban. So as to maintain perpetual harmony in the Empire, Oberon created and enforced an Omni quota. Depending on the house and whether it was minor or major, it received a certain number of chips every 10 years. Who received the most chips? House Telos, of course, Oberon's house, as well as our own. And the fewest? One of the minor houses, Vicarelli. They have a pitiful quota. Embarrassing, really. Man, Caliban, and actually a lot of folks seem to have it out against House Vicarelli. I know enough about quotas, chips, and the Rubicon for the time being. If you say so. And what do you want to do about this planet, Admiral? Lieutenant, see if you can make contact. On it, sir. No luck, sir. And nothing we can do, other than raid it, of course. Let's push on, crew. And prepare a mission. Hopefully Mina is up for the task. Ooh. How much health does, Your officer has a chance of being injured, but will get 60% to 100% of available resources. We may not have a good turnout here. But let's do that. Remember, we got screwed over in the first chapter. Because we decided to be risky. Hey, got ourselves a Fighter Mark II Ghost out of it. Alright, and we'll scrap that for a little bit. Not our best haul, but I'll take it. And we got an anomaly right here. Let's hope it's an enemy ship. Nope. An Imperial Battleship. Finally, someone reasonable around here. I check out my wares. You won't regret it. Tell me about yourself. I'm a banker, Admiral, or I was when the market still existed. You wouldn't know it based on the rags I'm wearing, but I was one of the wealthier people around here. Now I'm struggling to get by, just like everybody else in this machine-forsaken sector. But maybe you're tired of sob stories. We can keep this solely a business transaction. Check out my wares. I offer good deals. No, I offer the best deals. What can you tell me about the shutdown? I didn't see it coming, that's for sure. But I don't think anyone did. Maybe not even the old man. But something unusual did happen before it all went down. What? Tetsuo ordered me to sell off a good chunk of the house's position on machine-backed securities. Weird, right? I mean, it didn't get any safer investment-wise than Omni-backed securities, but what was I going to do? Say no? When was this? Maybe 6 months before they shut down. Did he give you any reason why? No, but Tetsuo never explained anything to me, and I knew enough never to ask. Looks like more proof that Tetsuo knew the Omnis were going to shut down, Admiral. So we already pretty much know what machine-backed securities are. But what happened after that? What happened when you sold them? All the bankers, whether they were from minor or major houses, laughed at me, basically. But that didn't stop them from buying what you were selling. No, you think bankers won't do a deal with you if they think you're stupid? Bankers would do a deal with a kid dying from neo-inner radiation if they thought it'd make their wallet any fatter. Truth is, I made a fortune for Tetsuo and myself selling those securities because their value had increased over the years. But everyone, and that includes me, thought I was moving them too soon. There was no way of predicting the market was going to crash. There was no sign of it going to happen. I thought Tetsuo had lost it. That maybe he had done one too many mods. But somehow he knew, because 6 months later the Omni shut down and everything fell apart. And what about you? Did you have any machine investments? Of course. Machine investments, though extremely conservative, extremely long-term, were a can't-miss, Admiral. 90% of my assets were wrapped up in those hunks of metal. Everyone had them, and you were an idiot if you didn't. In fact, with the money I made from selling Aki machine-backed securities, I reinvested in even more machine-backed securities. I thought Tetsuo had lost it, like I said, or that maybe he snorted too much Special H. Special H and banking have gone hand in hand for decades. Anyway, 6 months later, the Omni shut down, and everyone's investments were suddenly worthless. The market, run by Omnis, crashed, and people lost everything they had in seconds. Hundreds of thousands committed suicide that very day. The crazy thing is, now I kind of think those people were smart. Smart. Yeah, to have killed themselves, ended things. They avoided a lot of suffering. Me, I just keep prolonging it, one miserable day after another. Please, check out my wares. What do you want to do now, Admiral? I know enough about this for now. What else do you know about Tetsuo? Besides the fact that he bet against the machines and won? Well, surprisingly little, really. I mean, here's the thing. Despite being one of his personal bankers for nearly 4 decades, I've never met the man. Not once. I don't even know what the guy looks like. I guess what I'm trying to say is, despite making the guy billions over the years, I know almost nothing about him. I'm not sure anybody does. Maybe his underbosses or, his wife, but I'm not sure I'd bet on that either. Let's see what you have. You won't be disappointed, I promise. I have very good deals. Scratch that. I have the best deals. You know things are bad when even bankers are suffering. Yes, indeed. Alright, visit the shop. You've got nothing that I am remotely interested in. Alright, let's sell that high energy beam. Man, you've got officers. They actually have a lot of stuff that I want. So hold on, is there an officer here who has... Ooh. Okay, scientist abilities. And can give me a shield. That would be very useful right now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Juliet Yamamoto. Thank you very much for your service. Now we have 192. We're going to go ahead and buy Bertrand Rousseau and have ourselves another scientist and someone we can assign to the hull. And let's go ahead and... Oh man, that plasma nuke. That matter destabilizer, though, is looking pretty good as well. Apply decay for 25 seconds, 2.5% of max health is damage per second. I mean, the nuke's okay, but it's just rank 1. We can do better. So, as crazy as this is, I'm going to go ahead and sell one of our much-loved boomer drones. It's only a Mark 1. That gives us 152. There's our matter destabilizer. We're going to have to focus on the boomer drones actually doing the majority of the work for us. But that could have been a lot worse. Okay. And I did not buy any fuel, but we had other fish to fry here. Now we're scanning. We'll be able to see what's in these systems here at this next jump.
Sir, I got R&D for you. Sir, I hope you don't mind, but since we had a little time on our hands, we went ahead and built a little weapon prototype out of scrap, and we think it'll really help you blow our enemies up.
Don't you think you should have asked for permission first?
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right, sir, but it's almost complete. Do you want us to finish it or not?
And unfortunately, we do not have the scrap for it, so... I appreciate the effort, team, but we need all the scrap we have right now. You'll have to break it apart.
Not a problem, sir. I mean, it's not like we stayed up all night putting the finishing touches on it or anything. Transmission over, sir. R&D is so sensitive.
Bright minds. Alright, secret military base and 2 anomalies. Let's see what's what.
I'm picking up a pre-shutdown ad on this beacon, sir.
Some people enslave the Omnis while some worship them as gods. When it's all said and done, who do you think will enter the garden? Ooh, environmental disaster.
Ooh.
So, Rousseau, oh man, a secret military base and a battleship wreckage. We'll lose between 6 and 10 commandos. But 39 to 72 available resources, and Mina will live. Now it's worth it. Environmental disaster right off the bat. Owie. Alright, well, that was unpleasant. Lots of twisters. Get the Van Halen playing. Ugh. Mina, don't you dare die on me now. Fighter Mark II. And Battleship Wreckage, unfortunately, was a no-go. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we lost half of our troops doing that. And Mina almost bit it, but... we did get some more scrap. And another fighter for the cause. Should we... an additional weapon dock? We don't really need right now. I would like to throw some more stuff into Squadron Dock Recovery, to tell you the truth. Let me look at the star map real quick and see... oh crap, the Omniforge is up there. So... we may be able to still turn this around. It'll be very, very... alright. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, church ship. Church battleship ready and for fire. It's a trap! Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, they have got hull breaker lasers, engine disruptors, executioner lasers. I don't like you. You are unfortunately not making my day pleasant. But at least they have frigates. Oh, and we've got asteroids coming down. Yowza. More oomph. Actually, let's go ahead and have him head down there. This one focus on their weapons. You guys know how we deal with the church ships. And that boomer drone's actually going to take care of both of them. Neat. Alright, back to it, guys. Shake it off. Now, fortunately, they went right into my trap. They're going to get hit with the debuff. We already have a full shields up on our ship thanks to Rousseau, which was kind of the point. That was what we wanted. And there we go. Huzzah. Squadron dock recovery. And that one's almost maxed out. And let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Now let's look at the star map. System is too far. Oh, we can't scan that one. Maybe. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, never mind. Anomaly and a trading beacon. So, here's the thing. The Omniforge is up here. What we're going to have to do is make a break to the Lucia system and then zoom back, which I don't know if we can actually do. It's gonna be rough. We called our shot and lost, unfortunately.
An Imperial ship? You're good enough to save us, I guess. Here, take this scrap. You'll get more when you transport us from this station. We know a nice planet nearby free of dogs like you. Oh, but you'll need a skilled pilot to do it.
What happened to her, Admiral? It's like her skin wants nothing to do with her bones.
It's her mods. They haven't been updated in 20 years.
What do you want to do about these Akis, Admiral? Ask a question about the station first. What kind of station is this?
This is a modification station, Imperial. This is where all the Akis in the area come to get their beauty and brain mods, or came. As even you can probably see, because the Omni shut down, our mods haven't been updated in 20 years. We're still beautiful, don't get me wrong. Just not like we were before.
Lieutenant, I need your help to get the people off of this station.
No problem, sir. To be honest, I've been looking for a little action lately.
The planet with the weather disasters wasn't enough action?
It's done, Admiral. I've delivered them safely. Here's the rest of the scrap we promised you. Akis always pay their debts. Buy dogs.
Not nicely, but they do pay. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and save up for the dock recovery. And the only place we can go is Lucia. And this is where we'll make some interesting decision. Church beacon, sir.
I'm picking up a pre-shutdown message on repeat, sir.
Do you feel a lack of spirituality in your life? A lack of purpose? Located in Sector 3 of the Anima Cluster, the Omni Mega Church is the answer you've been looking for. Welcome the machines into your heart, and we promise your life will be a fulfilling one. Press X to doubt. Alright. Now, system will become hostile after the next jump between systems. So, unfortunately, we can't get to the Omniforge. We are out of luck. However, there is a mercenary outpost right before we get to Tetsuo's lieutenant, so at least we have that going for us.
Sir, I'm detecting a scrap of battleship behind this station. Hard to tell if it's hiding out of some kind of vulnerability or as part of a trap. Got chief for you, sir. We're picking up a pretty significant data vulnerability in that scrapper mainframe, sir.
Meaning?
Meaning that scrapper is vulnerable to hacking. Real vulnerable. How do you want to play this one, Admiral?
Well, thankfully we have we didn't have a hacker before, but we do now. Get me into that scrapper mainframe, Lieutenant. I want to know all their dirty little secrets.
If they have secrets, you'll know them, sir. Make no mistake about it. I'm in, sir. Let's see. What do we have here? Location of an unguarded weapons cache on a nearby moon? Yes, please. Transfer those coordinates to Lynch, Lieutenant. I've got him, sir. Take a little trip to that moon, Captain. And do me a favor. Make sure those scrappers don't see you. On my way. Sir, I've located the scrapper cache. Think you're going to be pleased. On my way back now.
Debris catapult. Ooh. Well, we can probably sell that for a nice little bit of scrap. What was that? The debris catapults. That is the... Yeah, it targets 4 and puts asteroids on them. See, that's not nearly as good, in my opinion. It'll slow people down, but... Okie dokie. Poor... I want to go to the Pegasus system, but I don't have the road. Oh, that's a cost ship.
That's not your battleship, is it? I hope you kept the receipt.
The Akis seem to like having other people do the fighting for them. Alrighty, so they have got healing. And they've got a plasma nuke. So we have to be careful about that. That's going to be able to basically take out all of our guys. And they have a delay of only 23.8 seconds before they can fire off said nuke. Definitely not fair. So let's focus on the weapons. Let the squadrons do their work, of course. Oh, it's a Magneto. Ew. Well, that's what you get. You got fighters. You live or die by them. Now, we actually need to spread the drones out a little bit. There we are. Now, actually, oh, we're going to send one of them back down because that nuke's about to fire. There's the nuke. And there it is. They did not focus on the one shooting their mothership, which I'm surprised about. Alright, now we're going to have you focus on the squadrons. And we'll see if that's all she wrote. Ooh, that nuke went off. Holy crap. That wasn't nice. The cautious, if I recall, are like all about the firepower like that. So let's go ahead and send off a little firepower of our own. They can eat that DPS. And you know what? Let's Zerg their last little bit. Whoops. Well, fine. Be that way. I didn't want to destroy your ship anyhow. 11 seconds before the next nuke. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still doing well. Got 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Call your shot. Alright. And that should be it. Upgrades. That final recovery, which is nice. And this is the last bit before we get done. Now we'll have a ton of scrap to upgrade our stuff, so I'm not gonna be any other scrap that we get, and I may sell some other stuff for it. I'm not sure. It's gonna depend on what we find at that depot. Or at that mercenary outpost. Let's head to the other planet first. Incoming transmission! Please, Admiral, you have to help us. These monsters have us locked away in here. Who? What monsters? Scrappers, Admiral. They kidnapped us and brought us here. I think to make their little scrapper babies.
Run along, little Imperial. Nothing going on here but wholesome family fun.
Looks like a scrapper baby maker station, Admiral.
Yeah, I know this because I played the game, but... Baby makers, Caliban?
Scrappers don't live long on account of their exposure to raw Neo-In, Admiral. So they've resorted to these kinds of stations to keep their numbers strong.
So it's basically kind of like Reavers. But honestly, I don't think they want to stay alive. So it's 50-50. We're going to attempt to free the women from the station. Captain, put together a team and free those women.
Of course, sir.
Let's roll the dice.
The mission was a success, sir. The mothers have all been freed. They were in a terrible state. Only scrapper scum could have done this.
And the scrappers?
Dead as can be, sir. My men and women are scraping their brains from our boots as we speak. Got some other good news for you. We found a little Neo-In here, too. I don't think those scum are gonna miss it.
Incoming transmission! Thank you, Admiral. Because of you and your crew, we're free once again. There'll be nightmares, I'm sure, but we won't forget what you've done here today.
Gas well earned. Ooh, an Imperial ship. It's one of our own, sir. I don't recognize the model of your battleship. Who are you? This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. Sorry, can you repeat that? I heard Admiral Idaho. No mistake, Captain. You've heard correctly. Pity one encounters so many lunatics these days. Look, Admiral Idaho, don't follow us. We live longer spread apart.
End of transmission, sir.
Oh, we got another epic scientist. Immune to health loss due to critical effects, can repair. Man. And a piercer laser Mark III. No effect on battleship hull. And the piercer laser will actually attack anything with 20... every 20 seconds. Okay. We need to make some debris catapults. What do I want to do here? I can get 150 scrap, I think. But I am going to have to make some sacrifices. Some pretty significant sacrifices, too. Let's take care of the debris catapult. We weren't going to be using that at all anyway. You know what? That 25-second delay on that, I'm going to sell the matter destabilizer. I know that's a risk. Or do we want to stick with fighters? Sell our fighters off and stick with our drones? Well, wait a minute. We only have the one weapon dock right now anyway. So let's unequip that. Okay, I'm going to call my shot here. I don't know if this is going to be good in the grand scheme of things, but we're going to sell the matter destabilizer. That gives us that right there. We get to keep our fighters. And we're going to go ahead and buy... Oh, he has the plasma nuke too. That 28-second delay compared to the 20-second delay. And it only does 10 more, but it hits everything in that little section. That'd be really good for those fighters in case we get into any kind of trouble. But then we can hit individuals with the piercer. I'm going to stick with the piercer because then we can do damage to their ship. Alright, the die is cast. Now, that gives us 14 left. Nothing we can do except go visit a lieutenant and see what happens. And unfortunately, we were not able to upgrade our drones at all. Fingers crossed, guys.
Yes.
We're not looking for a battle. We're just passing through this sector on our way to see Tetsuo.
You'll need an appointment to see Tetsuo as well as genetic modifications. Unfortunately, you seem to have neither. So you'll kindly turn around or you'll wish you turned around.
The NS Odysseus doesn't turn around for anyone. Especially not for a corner boss like you.
Oh, you want to make this personal, do you? Fine. Let's make this personal.
I guess that's Tetsuo's secretary. Oh, God. Alright, rank 3 advanced Wraith stealth fighters. Yep, love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. They're going to chew up our boomer drones. But we've got shields. We'll just see what happens. Let's try for the best here. Alright, we just ran into a whole lot of nonsense there. I'm glad we went ahead and got our recovery up to max. We're going to need every little bit. Oh, Lord. Yep. I didn't even notice this guy pop up right next to us. Alright, easy there. Oh, no. Our weapons. Alright. Make them stop. And I guess we'll go ahead and use our own fighters. To kind of counteract. The thing about it is, guys, and I told you all, we kind of live or die by these explosive drones. Alright, now we need to inflict as much damage as we can. As quickly as we can. And we are definitely focusing on the squadrons. Good, good, good. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, I wasted our shot. Ugh. That's okay, though. Our Mark IIIs are getting ready to go. Let's go ahead and have them come in and defend a little bit, because they're doing their stealth thing. Oh, whoops. Okay, almost there, almost there. That shield is saving our bacon. Hey, you need to head over here. Why aren't you heading over there? Little drone. Oh, you got... I see. I see what happened. I feel better now. Alright, that's going to take that guy out, for sure. We heated up their squad. Now, we're probably going to lose a hull, which is unfortunate, but we got to do what we got to do. We're going to take a bit of a defensive go. Yeah, see, there you go. That's exactly what I expected to happen. Yeah, there's going to be just a lot of boom here. Basically, what's going to happen is we are going to live or die by this piercer laser, I think. Alright, we've got another stealther on the way. Man, our weapons are not in good shape. Okay. Whew, we got a little bit of breathing room. Let's make it matter. Fun, fun. Speed, speed, speed. Heat up those squadrons. Come on, there we go. That's what I wanted. Was that right there? I don't know if they'll have their squadrons instantly ready to take off. No, they won't. I think we may have got it here. Or at least really close to it. We may lose a hull. There we are. Close but no cigar. So I don't know if I've said it before, but to run with the chaos, that sounds edgy, doesn't it? But to run with the Chaos Battle Cruiser, this sector, or this chapter, with the Akis with their stealth fighters, is the most dangerous for us. Like, for sure. Because that's all they run with, is basically the ship, the fully powered ship, that is the counter to the drones. But it's okay. We made it through. I think we made a good call with this piercer laser, guys. And hopefully we'll be able to make some more good calls in the next episode. It should definitely be interesting to see what happens, because I don't know if I told you guys this, but if you die, you have to restart the chapter all over. So, yeah, let's hope that doesn't go down. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.